I do what? Oh, okay, okay. Hello. Um, I was told to talk to this weird device here and say, don't, nothing said in this video is canon, which whatever the fuck that means. And this is all just the interpretation of the cosplayers involved. Don't go attacking them for the answers in this episode. Oh, are we good now? I get my skull back? I didn't hit the button. Oh, okay. Bye.
Hello,
Hello.
welcome to Demon Interviews episode character interview. This week, I guess technically week, we're going to be doing some interviews from the universe or multiverse. It's very confusing of Kamen Rider. So this week we're going to be having a few lovely people. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Sure. Name's Haruto, Kamen Rider Wizard.
Kamen Rider Build.
Ankh. Os.
Woo! Well, welcome. Thank you for taking time out of your busy saving the world schedules and being dead. Well, dead-ish. It's confusing. Technically, everybody has died at one point. Fun. Anywho, continuing on. So, how are you all doing this fine day?
Oh man, it's been rough. I've still been trying to find a home for my friend. She's still stuck in the ring. I've been working on that. It's been fun. Just close. I can feel it.
Still trying to get Banjo to do the dishes.
Mm.
Not figuring that one out yet.
Eiji went to the store. He left me here. He told me to do this.
Yeah, makes sense.
I've
Makes
met him.
sense.
He's nice.
He seemed nice from the few moments I've seen him.
A bit too nice sometimes.
Also true. So first question for all of y'all is going to be if you could use any other person's weaponry or abilities in this group of three lovely people, who would it be and why?
I like that sword Os uses. Kind of like slices reality, though. I like mine a little bit better because it's also a gun, which is neat. But swords are pretty dope.
I say Wizard's Axe.
Oh, I do love that thing.
I'll admit, Wizard, your fire's really nice. You do some heavy damage with that.
Though it is a little hard to control at times, but it gets the job done.
Yeah, I just now realized we have a fire wizard and a firebird. Man.
Wait, Phoenix.
Or a phoenix. I mean,
If I'm not mistaken, Build can probably out the fire with his fire extinguisher armor.
exactly.
Yeah, puts it out.
So next up, it's kind of a similar question. If you three were to go all out and fight each other, who do you think would come out as the victor?
Well, of course, I have to inflate my own ego. Literally gives me infinite power, so I'm just saying, And with a dragon inside of me, pretty sure it can melt a lot of stuff.
You may have infinite power, but your body's still human. Unlike you. I'm made of cell metals. I don't bleed.
I'd be dealing with magic, so might take me a bit, but I can probably figure something out. At least for one of you.
Yeah.
It could be an interesting fight. It would happen.
That seems like a summer blockbuster movie waiting to happen. So next up, which what is the most terrifying? I'm just gonna use the word monster, because there's 3 different things y'all have fought, and nut type of thing. What is the hardest, or some could say scariest monster you've ever fought and hopefully defeated?
Well, there was a time where my friend Koyomi kind of turned evil a little bit, and had to stop her. That kind of sucked.
Hmm.
Kind of more of an emotional hardship, I guess.
Try having your mentor be your big bad. It sucks.
Yeah, I feel that.
Try having to fight yourself. That imposter me,
Yeah, that doesn't
that's
suck.
not pleasant. Not to mention Eiji deciding to be a self-sacrificial hero again.
Oh, I got one of those too.
Cut my own hand up having to stop him.
Yeah,
Kind of the Rider way.
Magic Man's correct. But next up is going to be, what song or band best describes you as a person, human, cell, metal creature?
I would have to... Probably the artist or band Golden Bomber. I really like some of their songs that they have. Something there was one about Showtime. Not sure the title, but it's what plays through my head when I fight.
I always tell Eiji to ignore the songs that come out of his belt, but Tajador is probably the best one. For no.
A little biased there.
I think we're all a little biased.
Ah,
Yeah.
touche. Well, Sento, do you have any a song that feels like best describes you and your journeys?
Now there's gonna be only one.
Oh, my lord.
Yeah,
The
jokes aren't my strong suit. Banjos.
Well, so if you could become a different writer, not counting any of your friends, like not counting O's or Birth or Cross Z or Cross, depending on who you talk to, or Grease or Rogue or Night Rogue or or Beast or anybody like that, who would you choose from who you've seen or fought along with, and so on and so forth?
Met this fruit guy once. He was pretty cool. Like his flowers, because it's kind of a big orange just came and just. And then he had one that looked like my head. I'm still a little confused on that one.
You say it was a fruit one? I was thinking there was a guy that had a couple watches I met, and he seemed to have a lot of powers I wouldn't be sad to get my hands on.
Mm-hmm.
You all look ridiculous. You wouldn't catch me dead in it.
Come on, there's not one that you would like to partner with besides EG?
You really think I'd want to partner with fruit?
I mean, there was the detective guys who just like.
Yes.
There was a kid.
Yes, the detective who went and talked about eggs.
That's
I think
the
he
one.
smacked you once, didn't he? Or like accidentally smacked you?
That was.
Because at the time you're just the
He
arm.
would have been dead.
Touche. Well, so if you could tell your past selves, let's say about a year before disaster struck, let's just say that, when your journeys first started, what would you tell yourself to hopefully change the outcome of what happened?
Tell my dad not to go to work.
Yeah. Probably just don't give up hope. It's how we are our strongest.
If I wasn't such an idiot, tell myself don't be with Asia. Probably appreciate
Yeah.
time you have left.
Makes sense.
Oh, quit looking at me like that.
Oh,
Well then. So next up is going to be what is y'all's favorite beverage when you're not fighting evil or siblings? Would it be siblings?
Pepsi. What?
It matches. I'm just gonna say that. Just gonna say it matches. It's a best match, you could say. Sorry, I'm also bad at jokes. Sorry.
Well,
Coffee.
Asia showed me this cool drink. I forget what it's called, but there's a marble in it. I can't get the marble out of the bottle. Which I
The one day I don't have one next to me.
I do have a big affinity for sugar donuts, so we'll go ahead. And what pairs best with that is coffee. Just a nice, like, black coffee.
Awesome. Well, the next question is going to be, how do you all feel about some of the newer writers coming out, like Kamen Rider 01, Saber, and Vice, and Revice, and Vi, and but you know anybody else before them as well? I'm just using them as examples.
I think the new kids got heart. I've kind of been keeping an eye on them. They seem like they know what they're doing. Like the world's in good hands with them.
I have to say, why are they all so damn happy? I thought Eiji was bad with his optimism. These kids take it to another level. Can only take so much.
True.
I mean, they're fighting in bad worlds, so they gotta dress bright.
Yeah. Well, now I'm just going to say this now. So my world kind of stole some things from your world, and you know I over the years I've accumulated some of the things that were stolen, and just gonna. You could say it's showtime now. Yeah, horrible jokes. Build is not the only one with horrible jokes today. But first of all, just go show the ones that I used to summon y'all here in this little. I had it in this nice little bag here. So first of all, I did steal this.
I would throw that away right now. You do not want any part of that.
I'm surprised it didn't hit the wall, and I'm very happy it didn't. Also, one of these as well. I found a few of these ones in particular.
I've been looking for that. Where
Well,
did you find it?
Well, you know, some snowy. Sometimes it snows randomly here, like in the summer random. So and I think it was the fault of this one right here. There's actually a few. I'll send you back one of them.
All right, thank you.
And then
Phew.
I don't know. Just
I have gone the other one.
why is the lights?
Where'd you get those?
Well,
Arcade
again,
That's right.
they fell out of this weird purple portal, and there's a lot of them actually. It's like a whole pile of them almost. If I can show them well, because there's not that big of a pile of them, but you know, there we go.
You better hand those over right now. Give.
Yeah, here I'll try and chuck them through the next interdimensional wormhole I see.
You'd better.
I'm going to set those there because or else they're going to fall over. Then also I think you might be looking for these.
Just where the bloody prototypes went.
Yeah. Just again, wormholes just like to spew things out at us. It's weird. real weird sometimes. And then, again, weird thunderstorms happened. I know my lighting is horrible,
You know what?
but
I let my friend make just carry the rings every once in a while. He thinks he's a wizard too.
Yeah.
And he must have been trying to use them and did something with them.
yeah. And then
Later.
speaking of that fruit guy, I think he also dropped this.
Why? Where'd you get that? What was the fruit man doing with it?
I found it. It was right next to the oranges
He had
and a
one with
big
my
pile of chicken as well.
And so it
I
looks
don't
like
know why.
your fruit.
This is what happens when I leave Asian unsupervised.
Oh, and I think Magic Man also stole something from him as well.
I'm gonna kill Eiji when he gets back.
And also the Magic Man, because this is one of his. Then
Oh, I need to let Banjo out of the basement. That was you, mother.
yeah,
I'm gonna send that back sometime soon.
yeah. Again, there's like different colors of wormholes. I'll start chucking stuff through them, just praying they get to the right spots. And also in the right spots at time, because that could be very, very wrong if if they get in the wrong hands.
I would come get it myself, but Shunpei lost my teleport ring too, so I have to walk everywhere now.
Yeah, and then this is somebody that I think Sento met once as well. These were made.
Oh,
I got my likeness.
Mr. Righteous.
And then lastly, again, like this whole binder just came out of the sky.
What? Where'd you get that? What?
I think you might be looking for a few of these. At least 4 of them.
Better hand those over right now.
Again, I'll chuck them in the next wormhole. I promise. That just hey, maybe it'll help Edgy bring it back to life without this weird interdimensional thing.
Okay, I'm just gonna have to track where you are, and we'll have to all go there.
just yeah. There's also a few of your friends also left a few things here. So yeah, a few other things are here as well. So yeah. And like I told the other guy I talked to a few weeks ago, just gonna wave my arm here so I can remember to put it there. I also bounced my signal off of towers and stuff, so it's gonna be a little bit hard because this isn't the first time where people might try and come and get me, but this is the first time where they might not kill me.
We got 3 of us this time.
Yeah. Well, it was 2. One who's just would poison me, and then the other one just hates humans. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll have to look into that.
You might want to make that 2.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, 2. So now 2. Well. So now we're gonna go into some separated out questions. I'll call them names and stuff, so it's not gonna be confusing, but I don't think it will. But still. So first, Ankh, I just want to ask you a quick question because we've seen that you eat both ice pops and cell metals. Which one satisfies the most, in your opinion?
Cell metals make up my body, so those are essential for survival.
Mhm.
But the ice pops are infinitely better. They actually taste.
Yeah.
They're sweet, cold. Cell metals are bland.
I mean that makes complete sense. I mean, if I was in your position, I would feel the same way.
You couldn't have stolen any of my ice pops either.
Oh no, that's the one thing that didn't fall off the sky. Weirdly,
Good.
a lot of other things did, and my lord, if you saw farther than right here, these are some of them that I don't think you guys know of yet. So, Haruto, Mr. Wizard Man. Let me ask you a question. So why do you like them? Since you talked about it earlier, why do you like them sugar donuts so much?
It was the first thing I had after a little bit of a just say an incident which gave me my powers, and it's kind of just been a comfort ever since. Also, the food helps. The high sugar helps keep my mana up, which is kind of needed for magic.
So you also had something forcibly shoved into your body for power, basically.
Kind of more of awoken inside of me. The big dragon.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So, Mr. Sento Build. I've said that like it was your last name. How many full bottles has been created at this moment that you can think of?
I'll say I think I'm at least over 50 now. Just depends what I see and who I meet. Mr. Righteous was the last one, so that was a good couple, but I wouldn't mind talking to these guys more.
Yeah.
Get some new ideas.
Oh, right. I think there's actually one more. I think you got it from him at some point. It has like a wizard hat on it, so I think that's a little bit stereotypical. You might want to change that, but
I gotta fit it on the bottle, man.
I mean that is true. You can only fit so much on there. Next up is going to be again for the lovely Birdman of Ankh. Who, in your opinion, was the better O's? The king who first created you, or Edgy?
What kind of a question is that?
That's the question that I got asked to ask you.
Eiji's a far better Os. The original king was too greedy. Eiji did more than he ever could. Especially for me.
Awesome.
Don't look at me like that again.
So, Wizard, Haruto, Wizard Man. Is there any spells or rings or anything like that that you wish that you were able to use, but just limits make it so you can't?
I do wish that, like, I had a ring that would let me fly. Like, just outside, because I can fly with my suits, but, like, I just want to be able to fly outside of it. You know, if I don't want to have to, like, transform every time I want to go up top of a building or something. Especially since, you know, I shouldn't be lost my teleport ring. I need something else to get around.
True. Well, Build Sento, man. What's your favorite best match you've used so far?
Ninja comic.
Mm.
Nerd at heart.
Awesome. Well, so you did bring up that you had to fight yourself at one point. How did that feel? I know there's not a lot of feelings, but you know what I mean.
It was enraging when I first found it. I knew something strange was going on with my body when it wasn't regenerating with every core metal. And when I saw him, all I wanted was for Eiji to kill him, even if I had to do it myself.
Yeah.
There's nothing. Piece of garbage.
Yeah. You know, some would say that imitation is the best form of flattery.
It wasn't imitation. Just poor imposter.
That is true. That's true. And Sento knows about somebody using his own power against him a few times.
Every bloody time. I gotta lock stuff up better.
Yeah, mainly when your most powerful device just dropped out of the sky.
I still blame Banjo.
Not gonna lie, most likely. Haruto, you're next, and you talked about having a dragon within you. How's that? Again, it's a lot of feelings, but how's that feel?
At first, it was terrifying because I didn't know if anytime he would try to take over. But I think at this point, we've come to a pretty good understanding of each other. So yeah, now it's not bad. You know, it's livable.
Awesome. Well, Sento, do you ever use any of the full the regular sized full bottles as more like fidgeting type of not toys, because I know they're not really toys, but you know what I mean, fidget items.
Calling me out for this entire time.
Yeah, Exactly, pretty much. So I mean, I guess I answered that question right there.
Oh, you did.
Well, Ankh, we've seen that you do have wings. Speaking of flying, but do you still feel them back there when they're not fully displayed out into the world in either form?
When they're not out, if I focus on them, I feel them. But other than that, it just feels normal. I don't even notice that they're there. So, just a natural part of my body.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Do you
Well-
feel your toes when they're attached to your feet? Huh?
I mean, they're in socks right now and they're very warm. So yes, as of this moment, I do. So, Mr. Wizard Man, what?
Yeah.
We talked about some spells and magic already that you wish you had, but what is one of the ones that you do have that is one of your favorites to use?
Joke ones. I have one that kind of just puts me in a suit right away, which is always nice for a quick change. I do have that fart one. That one's always fun to. I always just use it when tensions get tight in the ring shop. You know, kind of never bad for a laugh.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sento. The next question might be a mathematical question, so you might be better. What is your strongest form? Let that be genius form or cross build or even golden rabbit silver dragon. Out of what could be said as your strongest ones, which one do you believe is the strongest one?
You lied about the math. Problem is, I haven't been able to replicate the last two a second time.
Touche.
If I could, I would have put them in the new genius. But I can't quantify them at the moment. So I'm going to have to just say genius because it's the only one I can count on.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Even though, from what was seen in news reports surrounding the event, that cross build was made with Silver Dragon and Golden Rabbit and Genius,
But to different results. Same driver.
and 2 people.
Yeah, that was interesting. That was a whole new part of the relationship.
Like that detective guy you guys were talking about.
Could ask him about that. He might be able to help.
That's true.
We did the purple one.
The green and purple one, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that makes
Or
sense.
sometimes he's purple by himself. Depends on how his partner feels half the time.
Get that.
So, next up is going to be for 2 people. First of all, this first 2-person question is going to be for Wizard and Build. What is your favorite form you have unlocked?
Probably all the various dragon forms. Just feels like a increased rush of power from their base forms, I guess. So those were always nice to have, especially when they came at the right time. And I think they hold a special place. Though I think Infinity did bring me back from the dead, kind of. My memory's a little hazy of that time. I think I lost my magic. They're all great.
Guess I'm gonna have to say the rabbit and tank bottles, because that got me past a big problem, but it did lead to genius. So still, I'd say that was the start. So
Start is always fun. Well, this next question is actually coming from a fan, who we have interviewed before. Just going to be for Ankh and Build. It's coming from Jem from Pawnhorn Heroes.
You have young hair. You have young hair. Daddy, you have young hair. Daddy, you have young hair.
I don't see.
You have young hair today.
He's gonna be the one who interrupts it. You gonna go back? No.
You're fine.
Sit for a second. Okay, you're gonna have to come off camera, Missy. There you go. You gonna stay there? Why don't you go back to your room for a bit, okay? I'm right back. Go. Go. You gotta go to your room. Go get your iPad. Go get it.
You go down onto this.
Yeah, let's go get it. It's over there.
Daddy, go it.
One sec.
You're fine. Don't worry about it. Well, this is a great time to make sure everybody don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon. If you ever have any questions for any of our lovely guests here, put them in the comment section below. And don't forget to follow them on all the social media platforms. Be a way to get to at least one of them in the comment section below. Not in the comment section below, in the description below.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. I did my shameless YouTube promotion during that intermission. Now back to your show. Hey. Okay, so next question coming from one of our past guests, actually, coming from Jem from Prawn Horn Heroes, because it's like the shrimp. For Ankh and Build. How's your relationships with your partner for Ankh, Edgy, and Sento Banjo change your perspective on other people in and how going and meeting new people have changed and all that fun stuff? All the things you ask a 5-year-old after they come home from school.
Well, I used to think that humans were all just stupid, weak things, but I had to spend a lot of time as a human and forced to spend it with Eiji.
Mm-hmm.
As selfless and self-sacrificial as he was, he actually made me feel something. He gave me what nobody else could give us greed ever. A way to die and what it actually felt like to live.
Are you okay? Did you hit? Did you
Come
Did you
You're
hit?
fine.
Sit down. Okay? You gotta go sit. Go to your room. Come on, see. You were good the entire time. Come on. Yep.
Oh,
You have 10 more minutes. Then we'll go outside, okay?
Thank God we're almost done.
Yeah, okay.
You tell Eiji I said any of that, I'll
100%. I expect it. So while we wait for our lovely other guest to come back, this is gonna be your last. Oh, never mind. He's back now. So how's your relationship with other people changed since you met Banjo? Is basically the question for you, Build.
Well, I mean, not to bloody well give up on anything, but I wish I could teach him something. Got an unwavering sense of justice. I'm the brain and he's the brawn.
Awesome. Well, now we go on to the final question on my list, and then there's only a few more, then we're done. Ankh, how does it feel to have other greed's core metals within your own self?
If you did your research, you'd know that putting all kinds of different core metals in your body isn't that great of an idea. You can just ask Dr. Maki.
Yeah.
But one or two can't hurt. Makes me feel a little bit stronger sometimes.
Makes sense. I heard on the news reports what happened to Uva, I do believe, when he had all of them, pretty much.
Uva was a damn fool. Got too greedy for his own good.
Look, even Ankh made a funny.
Baby steps.
Slowly but surely. But now we're going. It's basically going back to a group effort type of thing. But it's the final questions. They're very quick. First of all, do any of you have any questions for me as an individual or about the show in general?
Need your latitude and longitude.
No.
Fair enough.
I mean, I have like your most strong item. You can probably track that thing.
So, do you interview other dimensions all the time, or is it kind of just like a news?
It's a rarer occurrence, I can tell you that, but we do it as well. There's been a few. One where pretty much any weapon is a gun.
Ooh.
And that it will turn into a gun, kind of like your sword gun, and one where there's homicidal teenage girls, and then one with killer robots. So yeah, there's been a few.
Like the Sentai.
Almost, but close. It's more like killer mouse looking thing, but killer bear. Kind of like a giant fuzzy bear that's a robot that tries to murder you. Unless you're a child. There's a line, and it's not. It's children. Any other questions, comments, or concerns?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
We good? Everybody else, we good? Gotta take that as a yes. So next up is going to be, would any of you ever like to come back to the show in the future? Hopefully, matched up with people from your own dimensions.
No, of course.
Yeah, help me track you.
Sure.
As soon as I find that ring.
I'm sure if Eiji does it, I'll drag me along.
Yeah. Well then. Next up is, it kind of goes into what Haruto was kind of asking me, but is there any other dimensions or other writers or other Sentai, since he also brought that up, that you wish to be on the show in the future?
I love that Aruto kid. His jokes just get me. Let's see, an underappreciated comic, but
yeah,
love it.
Yeah, I'd like to get inside his company.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if there's a magic division.
Probably not. He mainly makes robots, so probably not.
Wow.
Ankh, what about you? Is there anybody that you hope to be on the show in the future?
All these other writers, they're weird. Birth's okay, I guess.
Awesome. Well, lastly is, actually no, that's it. We're done. So, thank you all for being here. I do appreciate it, taking the time out of your busy schedules and being dead.
I'm just driving around.
And everybody home.
Mhm.
Sorry, I interrupted you. I'm sorry. What?
So there is an afterlife.
Yeah.
I have to look into that.
Well, I mean, he's not really human. So that's why I said question mark on dead. Because there's ways to bring him back, just not really a definitive knowing of yet.
Well, Banjo's an alien, so I'll talk about it after I tackle space.
Just anywho, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, do all the stereotypical YouTube things, and don't forget to follow all of our lovely guests on all the social media platforms. There will be a way to get to at least one of them in the description below, and at least I will see you in next video. Bye bye.